So are we taking the session that missed that day?
Yeah, we can cover that part. Yeah, I thought of covering more today, so but it's okay. So we can cover that much. That is not anything. So useful. So Vishnu, you were not there when there was like the Hardhat project that we created, right? Then
Yeah, I was there. I was.
you were there, okay. So Arun was not there, I guess. Right, Arun?
I was there. I thought this session is for all.
Yeah, no issues. Like we can, like we mostly will be covering the part which these guys missed. So then I thought like we'll
It's
also
all.
go through the test suits, but the others are not there, so it's okay. We can quickly wrap
Okay.
it up. Yeah.
Sure.
So who are not there? Arun, you are not there, right? And Piyush, you are also not there. You are not there.
Yes, I'm not there.
Okay. Issues. So we can go with that thing again. So first, I'll explain you what we did that day. Okay. So mainly the DEX contract we did. Okay. So this was the DEX contract. Okay. And the partial order fulfillment is the thing. So that is the thing what we did that day. Okay. So I want you guys to be like open minded for this session because um, you can ask the question because that code is already there. Okay. And I'll be explaining you the code only. So that's why. And if others are joining, then we can take like this testing suit thing also. So yeah.
I didn't understand the testing suit term. Like uh, test test case, like unit testing or what it will be.
Yeah, unit testing. So
Okay.
not covered that's why. So yeah, we can cover that also. So by partial order, okay. So this was the thing that we did that day, okay.
Mohit, can you just give me a overview of this thing? What is this DEX and what's it all about? Like high level concept, high level overview.
Yeah. So this is a P2P DEX, okay, peer-to-peer DEX, which we are building. So if you'll see, there are a number of DEX out there in the market, but there are different DEX like centralized DEX. So we call it as SEX, okay, and CEX, sorry, and there is a liquidity DEX where you actually create a pools and provide a liquidity, and there it comes the your order matching P2P DEX where what you actually do is create an order, okay. So you okay. So we'll keep this session for our DEX only then. Okay. So what you do? You haven't like been in touch for this DEX project like Arun, you and who Piyush, you are not there. What?
Yeah. Yes, Mohit. I was not there.
Okay, no issues.
I
Like
was there in first class,
okay,
Miss First lecture.
okay. So this is like P2P DEX, like a Binance one. Okay. So like this Binance P2P DEX. So where you can actually create a sell order and buy order, and you will be able to buy and sell the funds like currency with the other currency. So you can exchange 150 USDT with this much rupees. So you will exchange this much USDT T1 token with other T2 tokens, kind of like that. So what you'll be doing is you'll be actually creating order here. So this is a order, one order. So you'll be creating that order, and some other guy will come and try to buy your order, and that's how it will work. And you will be getting the token that seller is offering. Okay, it will be like that. So there are number of ways to do this thing. Okay, Like there is a order matching thing also there, where you don't actually get the buy USDT button. Okay, it will be like DYDX. DYDX, let me check. Okay, in this DYDX, if we'll go, so you can see the orders here. Not here actually, but here. So it will be like automatic order matching is happening here, and trade is happening. Okay, so if you also put your order, buy order, that you want to sell the 150 USDT in this much rupees, and the seller also put like you want to buy in 88 rupees this much USDT. So order matching will automatically happen and trade will happen. So sometimes uh, like most of the exchanges have these kind of functionality, but yeah, Binance P2P is a way where you actually come and look for it, and you can buy with buy USDT according to the availability and whatever you want to, what from which buyer you want to buy, who's the trusted buyer. So it's like that. So you'll be creating like this. Okay, so we only got gone through the contract part of it as of now. So currently we are looking this in VS Code, but yeah, we supposed to look this on Remix, because we did all the transactions and everything with Remix first, and DEX, I guess this was the one. Let me check. Yeah, so this was our uh, the contract, where like we have number of functionalities here. Okay, so uh, we will be creating an kind of a DEX contract, where we will be swapping the tokens T1 and T2 tokens. And what actually will happen is seller will create kind of an order, which I already showed you, and what buyer will do is just come and buy that order. Okay, so there are three people um, are to complete one cycle. There are three things you need to take care of. Like one is the DEX contract itself. So this contract address will be the one thing, and someone will deploy this contract. Then there will be a seller guy who will be actually creating the order, and the buyer could be number of people. Okay, so then comes to those kind of people. So this is a reentrancy guard. Okay, we'll cover this later, but main DEX contract, if you'll check, and there are these kind of functionalities are there. Okay, so deposit the token, claim deposit, and update order, partial order fulfillment, and refund deposit. Refund and update order were like your assignment. Okay, so these things were done by you guys only, and a lot of people sent me the gist. Okay, so that is good that some people are doing the assignments. So main contract was like our deposit, main function was our deposit token and claim order deposit. So these two were kind of essential functions that we created, which are required to complete the cycle. Okay, so if you'll check here, we wrote a function for deposit. So for depositing token, we created a function called create order. Okay, so what we are doing here is there are four arguments. Okay, you can ignore validity time for now. So seller amount, seller token address, buyer amount, and buyer token address. So to transfer any token, you need a contract address of that token. Okay, so if you want to if you deploy T1 token, and you want to transfer 10 T1 tokens, so you have 10 T1 tokens, and you want to sell those 10 T1 tokens with 5 T2 tokens. So you want T2 tokens, and you want to sell 10 T1 tokens. So for that also, how you will actually identify that is a T1 token, that's why you need a contract address of T1 and T2. Okay, and as soon as you are like entering that values over there, and creating a function there, like seller amount should be greater than 0, obviously, because something you should have to actually sell, right? So that check is there. Then comes the safe transfer from. So these are the main calls that we are doing here actually, where with the safe transfer from, like we actually gone through the ERC contract, right? So now we know what is happening here exactly, right? So safe transfer from actually transfers from this guy to this guy. How much? This much. And what? This. You understood what I said, right? This guy will transfer to this guy. How much? This much. And what? This. So a message dot sender means we are actually transferring our uh, our this token. Okay. And how much? This much. And to whom? To the contract. This contract which we are using. So kind of we are depositing the seller amount to the contract which we are using, DEX contract. Okay. So yes, you can see here also transfer is happening, the amount to the contract address. So here seller is actually depositing their amount to the contract. So most of the application that you will be building, let's say escrow or anything, like there will be the things where you will always need to deposit some ether or some amount or some tokens in your contract. So this call is necessary and important also in a way. Okay, and then what we are doing is we are creating an array kind of thing. Okay, so we are just storing that values of how much amount we actually so like yeah deposited, right? And buyer amount is there, token address. So everything we are like maintaining in an array called deposits. Okay, and what we are doing is like we are pushing that deposit to the deposit array. Simple, you can like compare this with JavaScript also. Okay, not a big thing. And just the length of deposit ID. So uh, -1 we did just to have the deposit ID. So deposit ID will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as soon as you will be creating an order, you will be sequentially going maintaining this deposit ID. Okay, and there is a event that we are emitting called deposit credited. So with all the transaction we emit the event so that network should know that deposit actually got created, and uh, our ethers can will also know that give me a second. Okay. Yeah, so you'll be creating a deposit here, right? Vishnu left, right? Is there some reason? Okay, no issues. uh, so yeah. Anyone, Arun, you had out in this thing? Create order, please ask. Hello, Arun. You guys are able to hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Arun, do you
Yes.
have any doubt in this thing? So I want to ask. We are like covering it again for you, so that's why you should be asking the questions, right?
No doubt from my side.
Okay, cool. Any of you guys have doubt in this create order?
No.
Cool. So then comes the claim order thing. Okay. So have you actually you all tried doing this on your own, like testing these all things on Remix? You should do that. Okay. I think most of you did it because we, if you have built the functionality of update and refund and all those things, you must have tried that then. Hmm. So there is a claim order. So partial order is also part of a claim order only. Partial order fulfillment is also part of a claim order. Okay, claim order is just that you can buy this whole order at a time, and a partial order is like you only want to buy 100 tokens of this and not 150. So it is like that. Okay, so let's check the claim order one. Okay, so what we are doing here is basic checks we are adding. Okay, so now here important thing is like with the you need an array, or you need an object to actually get all the data that you store already in on blockchain to claim the order, right? So what we are doing here is we are with the deposit ID, we are querying the deposit. Okay, and we are querying the deposit, and we are getting the array. So this, by doing this from the deposit array with whichever deposit ID we wanted, we actually got that array. So in the front end, how will you be showing is like you will be querying the data, and the uh, list of that array will be like populating in the front end, and you don't need to actually then add manually what is the deposit ID, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6, your orders will be listed like this, and as soon as you'll click on it, it will automatically take the deposit ID. Okay, so that time you don't need to actually enter the deposit ID to claim the order, but there is no front end as of now, so that's why. So what we are doing in the claim order is we had some diagram before, right? So let me check if I have that for you, Arun. We used to have it. Yeah, I got it. So you can understand the functionality from this diagram. Okay. So what actually we are doing here is seller is creating an order, right? So there are three entities as I told, right? Seller, DEX contract, and buyer. So this will be work. This will work as an escrow for us. Like we'll be storing the funds here. Mhm. And we will be only storing the funds that seller want to sell. Okay. And there is one more thing I want to tell you guys. There is nothing called uh, like nothing different in the buying order and selling order. Like there are two things, right? Like if someone want to buy an order or someone want to sell an order, so would be two things, right? But here there is no difference in buy order and sell order. Can you explain me, any one of you? Like here seller also act as an buyer, and buyer can also act as an seller. So uh, I don't know you guys understood what I'm saying. Have you actually got what I'm saying?
I'm a little bit confused actually.
Hmm. So if you'll see on the Binance one, right, we saw there was a buy orders and there are sell orders. Okay.
Right.
So here, if you want to actually create a buy or a sell order, so if you want to sell T1 tokens, what you can do is you will list like the traditional way we are listing it, right? So you'll be creating a seller, you will be seller, and what you'll be doing, you'll be triggering this create order and adding the 10 T1 tokens in the contract, and someone will come and buy. So what
Right.
if what if buyer want to also sell his T2 tokens? What actually buyer also want to do is, if you think in perspective of buyer, uh, he actually is selling T2 tokens, right? He's selling T2 tokens, 5 T2 tokens for how much? 10 T1 tokens. So there
Oh,
are
so it's not kind of exchange.
no, what is it?
So I'm saying like it is kind of an exchange like between like he's giving 10 T1 and he's giving back like 5
Yeah,
T2 tokens.
obviously this is a P2P exchange only. So
Right, right.
yeah, of course it's
So
exchange,
it's
but there is no thing called like we are calling for sake of calling it a seller and sake of calling it a buyer. Okay.
oh, okay, okay. So it's like buyer is selling and seller is buying also. So it's like not kind of
Yeah,
exchange.
like
It's like the
rather than
same process is happening twice.
yeah, rather than putting seller and buyer here, we can put like Philippine here
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah, got it.
and yeah, Arun. So obviously, so there are no seller and there are no buyer. Both are seller, both are buyer because some guy is selling the token, other guy is also selling some tokens, but different T2 tokens they are selling and T1 tokens they are getting. So this will not help. This the thing I told you is not a technical, but for business perspective, this could be a thing. Okay, so obviously, when you will be joining the organization, there will be number of cases where you will need to explain why you are doing what. Okay, so so for these things, all these things are necessary. Okay, so there are no seller, there are no buyer. Okay, let's just be clear. So we were actually taking T1 token as what we want to sell, and someone will take give T2 token to us, and he will be a buyer. So now let's take this example, and like Thalipan want to sell T1 tokens, and Arun also want to sell T2 tokens. Okay, so he will check like who is actually accepting the T2 tokens. So maybe he want to just sell the T2 tokens. That's why he came and check. Okay, so Talipan is accepting T2 tokens. So I want to sell T2 tokens to him. So he is giving 5 tokens, and he will be accepting the T1 tokens, kind of like that. Okay. So now we'll be going to the claim order functionality. Actually, what is happening? Okay. So inside the claim order, what we are actually doing is we are getting the deposits, and what we are doing, we are just follow this diagram. Okay. So this was the functionality. Is there a pointer? Talk tracker? No, I don't think there is any pointer. No issues. So what actually we are doing is this much is a create order and this is a claim order. This whole thing is a claim order. So claim order functionality will be triggered by Arun. Okay. So what Arun will do is he will trigger the function claim order, and what claim order will do is this 10 T1 tokens will get transferred to Arun, and uh, Arun will have T2 tokens, right? So that 5 T2 tokens he will transfer it to Thalipan. Okay. So if you'll check here in the claim order, two transfers are happening. Okay. Two transfers are happening. First is from contract to the buyer. So for Thalipan, T1 tokens we are transferring. So if you'll see safe transfer, this is a seller contract address, means T1 token. So T1 token we are transferring from to whom? To the message dot sender. Okay. So T1 token is getting transferred to the message dot sender, and how much, whatever that is there. And who is transferring it? We are only transferring it from the contract to the our account, and that's how the balance will be zero here then, right? Because all the tokens will be transferring. So we are updating the array actually here, nothing else. And then comes the safe transfer from where we'll be doing this thing. So this was the one transfer we did from contract to Arun, and there is a next transfer from Arun to Thalipan. Okay, so transfer from uh, what? T2 token. T2 token we need to transfer from buyer. Buyer is nothing but the Arun. So message dot sender is a buyer only. Okay, message dot sender means buyer. You can see here. So we are transferring T2 tokens from us to the Kalipan's address, the person who actually created the order. Got it? And how much? This much. So that's how the cycle got completed. And what we are doing is deposit in repository active. We are making it false so that the trade is no longer available. The order is no longer available. So, any doubts in this? Yes, Arun.
No doubt.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now comes to the buy order partial. Okay. So here what we will be doing is buying the some amount. So Arun have only two T2 tokens suppose. So he can't buy the all 10 T1 tokens, right? So what he'll do is he'll check I only have T2 like two T2 tokens, right? And how can I buy this 10 T1 tokens? So I just want to buy whatever amount I can buy with the two T2 tokens. So it's like that. And we created the function exactly like that. So we are expecting deposit ID and buyer amount. Buyer amount is what? Buyer amount is the T2 tokens, amount of T2 tokens, right? So not exactly we are asking for a seller amount, but buyer amount we are asking for. So what will happen here is in Solidity again the same thing I'll be explaining that we can't uh, go in fraction or in decimal way, right? So there are limitations for Solidity that you can't store these decimal things, or if even if you'll try to do 3 divided by 2, so you will get the answer 1 and not 1.5, right? So have you tried this, Arun, anytime? Like, are you aware of this phenomenon? Yes, Arun. Hello.
No, no, I'm not saying this.
So decimals, are you aware of the decimals, how decimal work in Solidity?
Uh, Actually, I do have a doubt on that also.
Okay, so yeah, the thing I'm explaining is like you can't store the decimals, right, in the Solidity. So
Right, right. Integers only is there, no event and
sorry.
integer. Actually, integers only is available in the solidity.
Yeah, right, right. So, so for that we found a breakthrough. Like, if you'll do the division of this thing, right? Like, seller amount divided by buyer amount. If you'll do, you'll get
Right,
the rate as an in pointer. Like, if seller amount is what? Mm, suppose, yeah, this take we can take this example only. Seller amount is what 10, right?
right.
And buyer amount is 5. So this will not give an issue. Like rate will be 2, right?
Yeah, right.
It will be 2. But what if like DEX contract has like 5 T1 tokens and 10 T2 tokens? So then what will be the answer?
So then in that case, it will be 0.2, right? So it will be in like it can
No,
create.
it's 0. Yeah, 0.5 it will be, right?
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, sorry, sorry.
So not exactly 0.5, but it will Solidity will give us 0.
Right.
So if you try to divide it, 5 divided by 10, you'll try to do, it will give you answer 0. So it will not give you 5. You should try that in your remix, okay? So that's why what we are doing is we are multiplying the seller amount by e to the power 10 to the power 10, okay? And then dividing it. So what this actually will do is, let me explain. So suppose we have 5 T1 tokens and 10 T2 token. So our answer will be, rate will be what? 0. Oh, Arun only left. So do you guys have a route in this thing? Again, I'm asking. The rate will be 0.
Actually, I missed the partial things.
Okay. Yeah, we are covering that only right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, Piyush, the rate will be 0 and not 0.5. Okay. If you'll try to do so, this what actually means is 5 divided by 10, and it is equal to 0 in solidity. Okay. So, what actually happens is it don't take the decimal part. So, if answer is 0.5, it will not take the decimal part, it will take the 0. So, if there is like something like this is there, the answer will be 1 and not the 1.5. Okay, and not 1.5.
Yes.
Yeah. So to actually crack this thing, what we are doing is uh, rate equal to, first we are doing 15 into 10 raised to power whatever. Okay, let's suppose we have
Hello,
to, yeah, Arun.
Mohit. Actually, I have to drop because something urgent is came. So I'll whatever is left, like I'll see the recording.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah. So rate will be suppose we divided multiplied it with the 10 raised to power 3. Okay, and we will divide it, the same kind of thing we'll do. Okay, so divide it with the 10. So what will happen is, so this thing will happen first. Okay, and then divide by 10. Okay, so our answer will be not this thing. So maybe this will be our answer, right? This will be our answer.
Yes.
So yeah, so uh, so we are like actually not getting into the decimals, and we are getting the accurate answer. And then what we'll do is, then we will divide it with the whenever we will do all our calculation. So after that we will divide it with the 10 raised to power 3 again, so that we should get the proper answer. But that time the answer will not be in decimals, because there will be number of decimals in the buyer amount and seller amount, right? So the these are the big numbers, so that's why the calculation will be proper. Okay, so for buying partial amount, yeah, what we are doing here is actually calculating the rate. I forgot to explain the main thing only. Okay, so how we are calculating it? So for this buyer amount, how much seller amount we can get, that's how we are calculating the rate and multiplying it with the buyer amount. So it's simple, the proportional thing kind of thing. So if we get the like in 10 rupees we get 2 bananas. So ho- how many bananas will get in, how many bananas will get in maybe 3 rupees. It is like this thing. Okay, so you can directly call it. So what we are doing here is calculating the rate of the banana to the rupees and multiplying it with the how much amount we have, so that we get how many tokens we will get, the updated seller amount will get. Anyone have doubt in this thing, banana rupees thing? What?
No.
No, Piyush?
No. It's fine.
Cool, nice. So yeah, so have you got the partial thing?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Means in this, I have to also update means order and
Yeah, tell me.
uh, means but the buyer amount. The transaction happen only for buyer amount, and there is some token remain for now seller.
Yeah. So what is happening?
That time I have to update order means remaining seller amount.
Yeah. So what we are doing here is we are calculating how much seller amount we will transfer for this much buyer amount. So if only with the two T2 tokens you want to buy, so we are calculating how much seller amount we will get. So suppose out of 10, only 4 we will get full seller amount. So we will only transfer the 4 seller amount to buyer. Okay. So we will only transfer 4 T1 tokens to the Arun. Okay. And Arun will transfer, that was the fixed only, right? So this thing was fixed that T2 tokens, however T2 tokens this guy will have, okay, will get transferred to Talipan, and uh, for that T2 tokens, we are calculating how much seller amount is there, and what we are doing here is just using that updated seller amount, right? Using that updated seller amount, transferring it, and transferring the buyer amount which we took directly from the argument, and transferring from doing the transaction, and transfer of funds is happening, right? So yeah, and these are the functions that we wrote actually to do the transfers. So it's nothing but the transfer from and transfer functions. Just wrote it in a better way to write. So yeah, that's that. Any doubt you have in DEX contract? So that can you test it, or should I try? Should we try one round of testing here? Oh, we don't have T1 token. Okay, I think you should only test it. You can try also if you're facing any. Have you ever tested this contract? Sorry, Piyush.
Till update I tested update order.
Oh, nice, nice. Then there is no issue. So
Uh, there any function like short sell means they often in share na.
no, can you ask again?
A short sell like option. There is one option in when I purchase share na there is short sell option is there. Can you any option is there for short sell?
Short sell? No, there is no short and long thing happening here. Okay. Can you share the code for abstract? Oh yeah, sure, sure. So you will write this contract. This is a Reentrancy guard contract. Sayyam. Can you like tell me your pronunciation of your name? Some young. I get confused all the time.
Submech,
Young.
submech.
Samyak.
Yeah, yeah.
Samyak. So is it English name or what? Sanskrit name?
It's actually Jain squad.
Oh, I think people should call you Sam only. So
Yeah, it's better.
it's way better.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the contract. This is the Reentrancy guard, and you can just use it like inheritance way, right? So we are using this contract with this thing, normal inheritance, how we learn, right? That way, and we are using this modifier actually in functions so that we can check the state changes. So yeah, of course, I'll share the code. And I think there are just out there already, so you guys can follow that also. Must be on group somewhere. Okay, so lists are there for all the things. If not, we can check. Okay, where we can see the existing lists. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, DEX day one only we have. Okay, other I think it's not in there. No issues. No issues. Okay. This must be. Yeah, now it's better. Okay. So yeah, I think we have covered the DEX thing. Okay. So you guys want to actually check the hard hat thing also, right? So we can cover that also. So nothing much. Okay. There is no huge thing going on in the hard hat also. So we can just create something here. There's a lot of projects going on here. So, okay, we'll create one more. And, here, here. So four is we can add. Still, it's not up. No issues. So we'll go inside the A, and here we'll be creating our hard hat project. Okay, so npx hard hat. Okay, and if you guys don't have hard hat already, okay, we are creating here empty hard hat. Okay, if you'll choose one or any of these, you'll get I think a greater contract, which is like the default contract out there. So as soon as you use the hard hat config, empty hard hat config, you will get the hard hat config here. Okay, and the solidity compiler versions number is written here, so that whatever files you will use or write contract in will use this contract with this compiler version. Okay, so nothing what we can do now is we can create a folders contracts and new folder called test and script. Okay, and other functionalities you need to install. If you want to, you can install with so what do you need actually? I think ethers, and that day I had some script that we use actually. So let me check if I have those things. I have here only. So these are the things that you need. You can use this. It is nothing but the hard at libraries called hard ethers and hard waffle and Ethereum waffle and chai. So not much, but testing libraries and other hard essential libraries. Okay. Okay. Nice. So what is wrong here? Ethers has some problem, but I think we already installed the ethers one. Right. Let me check. Yeah, ethers is installed already. So we can remove ethers. But this is still giving us issue. Okay, that is because of the same thing that we missed that day, right? So save dash dash save dash dev. This actually saves in the uh, dependency. Okay, so I'll show you dev dependency. Okay, so this is a normal dependency, and there is one more dependency called dev dependencies, which you need in your local only, so that you don't push those things in production, but keep it in your local only. So whenever you are running the application, that time you need it like .env, right? Why it is not working? Let me check. Is already installed. Okay. Let me check it here also. Okay, so if it is not happening in that way, what we'll do is we'll just add dev dependencies here. Okay, so this is a other way to do install the libraries. Okay, so whatever libraries you need to install, what you can do is add those libraries in the package.json, and now we don't have any of these libraries installed, right? See, you can see in the node modules you only have chai because we installed it. Now you have ethers because we installed it, but others are not there, so we can just add it here, and what we can type npm install. So this will actually install all the libraries by doing this. Other way to install forcefully. So yeah, what we have here, package.json is like normal node.js file that we use, right? Package.log is nothing. You don't even yeah, you need to push this file. Okay, whenever you are like we'll be using like GitHub, and you need to push package.json and package both the files. Okay, sometimes people what they do is like they don't push the package.log.json, so that's not how you do it. So what you can do is you can add some contract. So I'll find some sample contract. Okay, let me just check. So I have some contract. So yeah, we can use this normal. That day did not cover this thing. Okay, but what we are doing it now. So we can use token dot soul. This is the default token contract. Okay, Hardhat, my Hardhat token, nothing but the kind of ERC20 token. Okay, transfer we have, balance of we have, same kind of things. Okay, so what we'll try to do is we'll try to compile this contract now. Okay, we'll clear this. And what we'll do is npx hardhat compile. Any of you guys are facing, so see compiler version is this thing which we had in here, right? Now it will compile the token.sol. Any of you guys are facing any issues while doing all these things which I'm doing right now? See, so successfully we compiled one Solidity file, and someone asked me, right? I think Thalipan asked me last time about the contract and what JSON something ABI, I think. So you can take it from here. Okay, always from token JSON. It's always good to take the ABI from your Hardhat library. So yeah, from here you can take ABI, and always make sure you are taking ABI only and not whole thing. Okay, so this is a byte code. Okay, so don't take this thing. You need this thing when you are verifying the contract. Okay, and in ABI you just need to take this array, or sometimes you just need to take the, or what you can do is sometimes you don't need the whole ABI also. Okay, so whatever functions, so if you'll check here, okay, let's see this function. Okay, total supply. So if you only need to use the total supply thing in your front end, okay, so what you'll do is you can use this much ABI only if you wanted to. Okay, no need to use all other things. So if you need to use only transfer function. So you can use only the transfer function thing and not all other things. Okay. So ABI can be used fractionally also. Like you understand what I mean to say. Like things you want to use, you can use those things only. It will show all the things. Okay. It will show inputs, right? So address, amount. These are two. Our transfer function has two arguments, right? First is address and other is amount. So those two are there, and this is a function. This is a non-payable function. So like that. So yeah, you can take the ABI from here and you can compile it also. Okay. And yeah, we haven't like I think we covered more than what we covered that day, but just some bonus things we can do here. So as we were talking
Can you
about,
share the dev dependency line of code
sure.
like NP models?
What
Yeah.
I'll do is I'll share the package.json. Okay. And what you should do is just add this in package.json. Okay. And type npm install. Okay. Is that fine? Cool. So even you are doing any tutorials and all, no? So just find an GitHub file. Okay. Rather than typing all the dependencies, right? So just go to that package.json, pick the package.json file or the only dependencies, like paste it in your folder so that you will also have the same versions that that guy tutorial guy is using. Okay. So so that so if that tutorial is 1 year old and the ether's version got changed, right? So you will be installing latest ether version. So to avoid those things, you can just directly do this thing. Or while installing also, you can what you can do is npm install ethers and at the rate and then you type the version. Okay. That way also you can do. So we're supposed to do some bonus thing, right? So we'll just start our testing. I'll give you the like flavor of how testing looks like. Okay. So we can add a token.json here, token.js, sorry. And what we need here actually, token we have. Okay. This is a token contract where name, symbol, and total supply owner and all those things are there. Okay. So let me check the Hardhat documentation. Okay. Uh, where do we have that? In here. Okay. So yeah, in token.js, what we'll do is we'll get the some get some expect. So expect is what like you use to actually compare the or like equate the things, right? Like I'll show you. Okay, it's easy to show than explain. So child library we installed. Okay, and then what we'll be doing is there are some structure. Is testing syntax is very easy. Okay, you just install the libraries. Okay, then what you do, you add a describe. Okay, and what you add the name of the test. Okay, so just open testing. Okay, add that token testing. Add that token testing. Anything you can add. So this will be a main test module. And you'll be writing a function then. Okay, for this test. And inside this, you will be writing the tests. So it okay, not instance of just wait. Okay, and here you will write my first ever test. Okay, so this is the name of the test, and again you will be writing a function, async function. We mostly write async function inside the test so that we can wait for the this output thing and everything. Okay. async tree is always good way to write function. So this is your first test ever. Okay, what you can do is for fun we can just for now add anything. Okay, so console log will add first. Console log just to check first the test. Okay, and what we can do more here is we can have something where x equal to 10, and what we can do is expect, okay, expect x to be 2 equal to what, 10, right? So this will give us a true. Like what we are checking is, so this is the like first test, right? So our first test, so we are like expecting this x to just be, is it 10 or not? Okay, so we are just checking. We defined here like x is 10, but is it really? So kind of it's quite a layman example that we are taking, but in a feature way, if you want to check, so if we deployed this token, or if we deployed this token dot sol, right, then total supply is this much. Okay, this is a million, I think, not million but 10 million it is. No, it's 1 million only. So if we need to check this token is deployed and this all total supply is given to owner or not. Okay, so in constructor it must be given to owner, right? So in constructor, when we deploy, the total supply is given to the message.sender. We already covered this, right? So as soon as we deploy the token, what we will do in our tests is we'll check that the balance of token owner is equal to. So we can write one more test here. 8. So owner have balance equals to total supply, like this. Okay, so you got the point, right? So that's how we'll be writing the test, and for this we'll write a function, function, and function, and we'll be writing like this. And here we'll write here what we'll do is first we will get the owner balance, and we'll compare it with the uh, like total supply, the total supply of a token. So as soon as we'll do this and this is true, this test will be successful. And what we can do there after that is, for now I'll add this thing only here, okay, so that it will not fail. It will fail. Okay, let's check. We should see also how it fails also. So Hardhat and test. So see, our first test is passing. Okay, second test is not saved. That's why. So our first test is getting passed, right? My first ever test is passing. This is a first test module, and inside that we are writing number of tests. So like this is happening. And again, if I try to do it, oh, both the tests are passing. Okay, so nice. And if you will not write any tests in this, it will show error that at least one test should be there, I think. Oh, it's not showing. Nice. You got the point, right? You guys are there or not? Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think we covered testing also. I think after this, everything we can cover when all the people will be there. Okay, so we can't go ahead, or we'll need to teach again everything. So yeah, we can stop here then. Any questions you have in testing?
Do you have any suggestion or resources on this testing? To
Yeah, you can use chai documentation to check. Okay, docs. This is like the assertion library. So just go through it. What is two? What is B? We used the two right now. Two we used, except we use. I see. So nothing like he also wrote the function to not throw, to not have. It's like simple English only. So see, except two is equal to two. See, this will give us true. Expect two is not equal to two. This is also will give true only because it is not equal to. So like this only. So you can go this through this chai library.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions?
I have a question from yesterday's session actually. It was like you taught about approval in ERC20 token, right? So in real case, where do we use that approval? Not sure.
Yes, yes. In real case, what?
In real case, where do we use that approval allowance things? I think I don't see that.
No, no. You use it. So go on OpenSea and try to buy NFT. Okay. Go on
Okay.
OpenSea and try to buy NFT. You'll see.
Oh, NFT. Okay, 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 okay.
No,
I
not
see in only way for yesterday.
everywhere you used it. Okay. Everywhere you'll need it. Okay. I'll show.
Okay, okay, okay,
As
okay.
you mentioned, we can show you also. Okay. OpenSea. So we'll go on with the testnet OpenSea. Okay. We can go with testnet OpenSea. Yeah. OpenSea testnet. Okay. Here you can buy any NFTs, right? So connect wallet, accept and sign. This is first signature, like to connect with the network. So Goerli we are shifting. Okay. Now it is asking to sign the request of. So this is how we are logging in into the OpenSea. Okay. So we logged in. Okay. Okay. This is my address. I must have some NFTs here. Okay. Let me check if I have it. Okay. This is my PFP only, but I think in my Rinkibi network I have number of NFTs in testnet. Okay. Okay, don't show directly here, but I don't have Goerli. Is it? Right. Okay. No issues. If someone can give me Goerli, we can try. So you guys can come here, okay, directly. And what you can do is try to buy some NFTs. Okay. Oh, this is an actual OpenSea. Okay. And this is the testnet one. Okay. So what we can do here is try to find some random thing. Okay. So it will have some less price. So okay, this is not selling. This guy is not selling, but we can make an offer. And price is what? No, okay, should be much be less than okay. This much we can ask him. Definitely, okay, make an offer. It will not ask for approval now, okay, because we are making offer, we're not buying actually. But we can check. Switch to smart chain testnet. Okay, confirm. And we already made an offer. So if this guy will accept the offer, we will see approve. It came spending cap. So how much we ask for? 0 point something, right? So 0.001, I think, or 0.01. I don't know how much we how much is there. We don't have wrap BNBs, but yeah, approve. See, approval thing came, right? Who, Taliban, you asked me, right? Or Vishnu?
Yes, yes, yes. I get
So
it.
approval is there, okay. So max, we can put this much, and okay, 0.01 is gone. Okay, approve. We approved 0.01. So now this transaction is completed. We will not get the NFT. We just made an offer. Okay, so that guy will accept it. We'll get it. It's like that. So yeah, nice, right? Your offer has been submitted. Okay, we only saw this. I think no one else saw it. Hopefully, we have wrap BNB here also now. Yeah, we can actually buy something if you want to, but I don't think there is an BNB chain. They have something. So yeah, you guys can go and like actually go through these things. These are like you only get to learn when you go through these things, right? Any other questions? Okay, then we can wind up this session now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
See you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.